is up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans? It's your old friend IndyCar Tim here on FanStream Sports. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Daily Blitz, and it is Philadelphia Eagles post-game edition. And how about that? Was that any good? Baker Mayfield with maybe the fastest start I've ever seen from any quarterback, at least in recent memory, you know. But just too much for the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, 33-16. And this really game wasn't that close. As the defense dominated Jalen Hurts all day. And before we get too much into the game, how about first place Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they lead the NFC South now 3-1 on the record by virtue of the Falcons' comeback win over the Saints. They are now 2-2, and the Panthers losing to the Bengals today put them down at 1-3. But through 4 weeks of the season, the Bucs lead the South yet again as they're looking for their fourth straight division title, their fifth straight postseason appearance, and all things clicking for Baker Mayfield. Got Mike Evans involved in the game a little bit today. But Baker Mayfield was the story. Throws for 347 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans became the Buccaneers' career scoring leader on Sunday in the 33-16 win. Mayfield 30 of 47 on the day, no interceptions. He also ran for a touchdown as the Bucs dominated once again the Eagles in the rematch of that lopsided NFC wildcard game from last season. And just the Eagles had no answer. Thankfully, the Bucs were able to rebound from that poor performance in the loss to Denver. Mayfield and the offense scored a touchdown on its opening possession for the first time in 21 games. Hopefully, that is something that will continue. Hopefully, Liam Cohen and the offense have found something there. Mike Evans' 2-yard scoring catch finished a 10-play, 79-yard drive that set the tone for Tampa Bay, who outgained the Eagles 254 yards to 0 while they were building a 24-0 lead. Yes, I said that correctly. 0 yards gained by the Eagles offense as the Bucs led 24-0. It was a great stat. I loved watching it on TV. Evans finished with 8 catches for 94 yards. He moved ahead of Martin Gramatica into first place on Tampa Bay's all-time scoring list. Gramatica with 592 points. Evans now with 596. Mayfield also threw a first-quarter touchdown pass to Trey Palmer, who got involved early. And Mayfield scored on a 1-yard run on a 4th and goal to make it 21-0 early in the second quarter. The Bucs held a 287-67 edge in yardage at halftime, with most of Philadelphia's offense coming on a 14-play drive that Jalen Hurts finished with a 1-yard touchdown throw to Paris Campbell. Tampa Bay ran 22 yards in Eagles territory before Philadelphia and the offense finally crossed the 50-yard line in the second quarter, but despite the huge disparity statistically, the Eagles managed to get back in the game because of Thunder Thighs himself, Saquon Barkley, who began the second half with a 59-yard run. It's easy for me to say. 59-yard run to the Bucs' 11-yard line that sort of got the Eagles a little bit of momentum. Maybe got their heads back in the game a little bit. That set up that 1-yard run by Jalen Hurts that cut into the lead 24-7. The Eagles then gave themselves a little more hope when Ringo scooped up a blocked extra point on Tampa Bay's next touchdown, raced to the other end of the field for a 2-point defensive conversion that trimmed the lead to 30-16. But that was going to be all the scoring the Eagles could muster. Even after he took off and Hurts took the kickoff of the next possession, moved the Bucs move the ball to the Bucs 19 before Levante David. Yes, Levante David had himself a day. Sacked, forcing a fumble that essentially ended the chances for any Eagles comeback there. The Tampa Bay defense finished with 6 sacks. Hurts dropped to 1-4 in 5 career starts versus the Bucs. Barkley had 94 yards on 10 carries. Hurts finished 18-30 with 150 yards and no interceptions. Yes, the Eagles were down several guys due to injuries, and man, was it ever hot on the field. If you watched the game, everybody was getting treatment. A couple of Philadelphia players had to go to the locker room for treatment. Who was, I forgot which Eagles player it was that threw up on the sideline from heat exhaustion a couple times, and they had to pump some fluids into him so he could keep playing. But yes, big impressive win here for the Bucs against the Eagles to get them back on track, and as I mentioned at the onset here, to lead now the NFC South with a 3-1 record 4 weeks in. Next week, the Bucs, the first divisional game of the season will be on a Thursday night in Atlanta, 8:15 Eastern Time on Prime, and then it'll be local. If you don't have Prime, you can find it locally there in Tampa on one of the local networks. I don't know which one that is yet, but we will certainly find out. But, man, all in all, thought we saw Baker Mayfield, the old Baker Mayfield that we all know and love, that we knew was in there somewhere, that for some reason disappeared against the Broncos. A lot of things disappeared for the Broncos in that in that loss. But everything seems to be back to normal now. Short week, though, as they prepare for Atlanta. We will do more Atlanta and Bucs talk here on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Daily Blitz here on FanStream Sports. But we appreciate you guys tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the game. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy some Monday Night Football. I believe we got a pair of games to take in before we get ready for Buccaneers and Falcons on Thursday Night Prime video football channel situation station. But we'll do it again here on a Monday or Tuesday here to preview some Falcons. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.